Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all again for stopping by the live stream. We always have a topic. Today's topic is, are you a retirement plan for her family? But before we get started, let me give a shout out to the NTZ crew. I see Michael Beecher Life is traveling back home, so he won't be on here. I know Jacob Tanje is going to be on here. In my old heads, that's Craig Anthony. He said, hell no. Hang Lee, serious talk here. That's Jeffrey Tatter. Thank you, brother, for coming. Rag Jam Rock says, great afternoon of sports. Colorado won, Miami won, and Coco won. Who's Coco? Derek Casanova. Any new viewers and subscribers that are watching for the first time, welcome everybody. And then anybody catching this on replay, he says a lot of you guys are about to realize that you worked at the Lollipop Factory. That's funny. The peso is 56.67. It's still strong. Remember, crime is down about 9% in the first 9 months in the Philippines versus last year. And of course, the inflation is down, so it's a good time to be here. Hey, Elat. That's Michael Alexander. I've been getting a lot of people been sending me this link. There was a serial killer in Angeles City in 2010. He killed 3 foreigners and 6 Filipinos. Now, they did a formal, it took them 8 years to do a formal inquest into the murders. And as of today, I can't find an update of whether he's even went to trial yet. But the thing that sticks out to me about this, the reason why I wouldn't be so worried, is because he knew all the victims. He knew them all. And he had done some work on their computers and cell phones and stuff for them. So you got to be real careful who you befriend over here. Because, yeah, there's no forced entry. This guy was just a cold-blooded killer. But it is a great story if you're into true crime. Yeah. All you have to do is put that in the search in YouTube and it'll come up. Now, I got this topic, one of from my comments. B. Cox Simba 6799, he says, I'm totally against being a retirement plan for someone's family. I've been married since 2004 to Filipino women. Now, I don't know if he's been married once or twice, if he meant to put to a Filipino woman. He said, but I will step in and help once in a while. You know, that's one of the questions I get all the time. Well, I have to help her family. Well, you're not obligated to do it. But, you know, that pillow talk is powerful, man. But one more thing I want to say, Edwin H., he gave some great information when I was talking about the tourist visa and how long you can stay over here on that. He says, I've been here for 22 years on a tourist visa. So that says a lot about the Philippines, because he's been here for 22 years. See, it's not as bad as what people say it is. You know, they're not telling the whole story. First of all, stop listening to, if you have any inkling, or if you're interested at all in really coming to the Philippines, take what I say with a grain of salt. Take what these other vloggers are saying with a grain of salt. Get your butt over here and see for yourself. Make that analogy yourself. Don't listen to somebody else's story. Don't let that be your story. Come over here and make your own story. Create your own memories, man, because there's some intangibles over here that I can't explain. But the only way you're going to get a true perspective of the Philippines is over here. It's not looking on YouTube. I do the best I can, but I'm sorry. but I can't give it to you the way it really is. But there's a lot of videos floating around about that. Oh, that people left. I already did a video. I told you there's three reasons why people leaving. Number one, usually is that woman. And this is usually the story behind that, guys. But it's more to the Philippines than women. A lot more. But let me see what else is down here. And people talk about why I champion the Philippines so hard. I'm going to make it anywhere. There's some of us who can make it anywhere, no matter where we are. You put me up in Antarctica, I'm going to make it, man. Give me the bare necessities, what I really need to make it. I'm going to make it anywhere. Some people can't make it anywhere. They're just too soft. And I hate to say it, man, but if you can't make it in the Philippines, you can't make it anywhere. Remember, we're not living in the Philippines like the locals. We've got money and time that we can enjoy the best the Philippines has to offer. And if you're not doing that, that's on you. It's not on the Philippines. You got to take some responsibility, guys, for this place. Hey, John Crossan, he said, good evening, Cal, from sunny Southern California. Cooper's Time Adventure said, hey, brother, good morning. Good to see you again. Yeah, I saw where you did that review of, what was that, Route 66 restaurant? And then I saw where Chocolate Man in Thailand did the same thing. He said the Lions beat the Chiefs. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to lose in sports, guys. Sports is fickle. Sports fans are fickle. And the more you win, the more we don't like you. Ask the New England Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Golden State Warriors, the Duke Blue Devils, the Kentucky Wildcats. The more you win, the more we hate you. So the people who love you, they start out loving you. They're going to hate you the more success you have. Okay? I hate to tell you that. Brandon Bonner said, need this tonight, homies. Another young woman left. What do you mean? From you? Another young woman left from you or what? But what the point of this blog is, you're not obligated to take care of anybody's family over here. And I wouldn't obligate myself to doing that. We talk about this all the time, right? But the question was, are you a retirement plan for her family? And in some cases, this is what people are thinking. This is the reason why they date foreigners. Okay, they see the opportunities, guys. We talk about it over and over and over. But we have to talk about it over and over and over because you don't get it. A lot of times, yeah, they do see you as that. They see you as the yellow brick road. Okay? Kamal says, I watched the English City case last night. I can't believe there's no final disposition. Yeah. See, we take everything for granted, though, Kamal. We think that how things work in the United States works around the world. It doesn't. This is another wake-up call. You're not in France or Britain or wherever, Iceland and all those other countries where you may get, the right to a speedy trial, a jury of your peers, due process and all that. So if it doesn't work like that in the court system, that's going to translate over into real life too. It's not going to work like that. Hey, Gerald Wilkins. Leo, Jay Williams said Coco Golf. Okay, hopefully the next Venus Serena, 19-year-old sister. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, man. I've been out of the loop. But yeah, let's hope. But don't put your hopes, and I said this before, let's not put our hopes on the shoulders of these young people, man, because they're going to let you down. Don't put your hopes and dreams on these young people like that, man. Yeah, root for them and everything like that, but that's where the word fan comes from. We're fanatics over there. He says a tourist visa. Are you asking what that is? Or, the Philippines has one of the greatest, if not the greatest, tourist visa on the planet. Let's face it, guys. Nowhere else can you go on this planet and be able to stay as long as you can in the Philippines on a tourist visa. They actually doubled it. It used to be 18 months when I started coming over here. Now it's 36 months. You can stay consecutively. Leave for just one day and come back and do it again. That was my first visa run. So some guy, I think Hang Lee, said, yeah, that guy Mike you was talking about, he had only made 2 visa runs. Yeah, but that'll take him up to 9 years, man. Where else can you do that, Hang Lee? He said, what's the plan to move out of the West? Things are getting out of hand in the States. Well, you got to look around and then explore. I would explore. I wouldn't make any rash decisions. I look in the mirror and say, ask yourself, am I the problem? Am I the problem? But remember, make your own decisions, guys. He said most women are broke. Craig Anthony says, too bad what you do online. Too many don't listen. They just want to argue and prove their point. That's all it is. And when they get over here, though, they're going to get their heads handed to them. The only thing that saves us is the people we run into over here. They don't have that motive, really, because we stick our necks out there. We want it to be cut off. But if you watch my video today, I'm saying, look, we're responsible for your outcome over here, whether it's good or bad. You can't keep blaming it on the Philippines, man. You got the money. You got the time to get the best out of this country that they have to offer. If you don't, that's your fault. If you don't get around to all the places and find your sweet spot and all that, that's on you. That's not on the Philippines. We complain about the stupidest stuff, man. If you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere. But most of us, we don't want to say we're homesick because you look weak or whatever it is, or you didn't make it with the woman, so you left. Things didn't work out the way you thought they were going to work out, so you left. We don't tell the whole story. We just blame it on the Philippines. All those damn dogs. You hear any dogs out there? Dogs don't bark all night. If you happen to be next to a neighbor and the dog is barking, move if that bothers you that much. Yeah, Coco Gauff. Oh, she won. Wow. King Arthur says, Calvin, it doesn't matter to me as far as your subject because I'm not planning on leaving my relatives a penny. Yeah, Cornelius Mack said something real profound when we were in Cebu together eating breakfast. He said, Calvin, people always come to me. He's 75. He said, people always come to me with these investment ideas and stuff. He said, I'm no longer in the investment phase. He said, I'm in the spending phase. This is what I worked all my life for. Now I'm going to spend that money. He said, don't come to me with all these business ideas and investment schemes. I'm in my spending stage. And a lot of people are in the spending stage over here. Like you, King Arthur, I don't blame you. Why did we work that hard for? Unless you do want to leave a legacy for your kids or something like that, which if they're not proactive, if they're not doing anything for themselves, you might as well burn the money up. Derek Casanova says a lot of Southeast Asians look at why I date a foreigner if I don't get anything out of it. So them winning means that their family are winning. Well, she's going to share her blessings with her family, guys. You can't discourage that. If you do, she's going to do it anyway. She's going to start doing stuff behind your back. You don't want that to happen. Okay. So, as I said on my video yesterday, when I answered the question, a lot of us, we ask these women to quit their jobs and spend all their time with us, which I think is, it just depends. The reason I told Marilyn to do it, she wasn't getting paid. And she was away from the kids all the time. I said, look, just stay here with the kids. Because remember, Marilyn has her own life, though. A lot of times, though, it can backfire on you. It didn't backfire on me this time, but the first time it did. Because I became that woman's life, man. I mean, she was on me like white on rice. Okay? But we asked them to quit their jobs. Every penny that they're earning, they're giving to their family. So you have to replace that money. Okay, you just give it to her, and then she's going to give it to them. But you're not obligated to take care of the family. But do some of them look at you as a yellow brick road? Yeah. The easiest off the way, absolutely. We hit the jackpot. Okay. Let me draw your picture, Cal. You hyped for your journey. I am. Now, a lot of people got on my case yesterday. They don't understand that walking and talking is really not conducive, especially when you're walking up a hill. It sounded worse than it was, guys. I'm in great shape. Y'all gonna be shocked when I show y'all the before and after pic of me. Okay, I'm in the best shape of my life right now. Yeah, I'm excited because it's a challenge to me. I'm challenging myself. And that's what motivates me to go to the gym every day, to walk, 2 and 3 hours a day. Otherwise, why would I do it? Sometimes it takes something like that to motivate you, whatever it takes. But yeah, absolutely, I'm excited because Filipinos are starting to pick up on it. I'm gonna, I tried to post a picture on my community page today. A whole tricycle full of people stopped me today. They wanted to take a picture of me. They saw me on my walk this morning. They're excited about it. Absolutely, I'm excited. Trinidad Guzman says, in order for you to find a girl that really has your best interest, in my experience, the ratio is 1 out of 100. So take your time and choose wisely. Do not settle on the first girl that you meet. That's great advice, man. But we're just not going to listen, Trinidad. That's the bottom line. It's not going to listen. The minute that woman opens that trap, we're done. I mean, we're done. She sets that trap. She gives you a cup of water. You've been thirsty for 6 years. Some of these guys are coming over. I just feel sorry for them, man. They're not prepared. They're prepared for everything else but the woman situation. They're not prepared for that. You can't prepare for that, really. What's up, Trinidad? What's up, Big Fault? Yeah, he said the Philippines has an excellent visa. If you don't believe it, go to Thailand. Yeah, I don't have time to jump through all them hoops and stuff. We're always comparing these places, which there's a lot to compare, man. And we have such a limited view of these countries. I feel like a fool trying to compare. I mean, it's just a fact. If you like scuba diving, snorkeling, kayaking, and if you like the water, you're probably gonna be better off here. If you like the nightlife, because on my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page, for some reason I'm following Chocolate Man in Thailand. He made a post. He says always something going on in Thailand. If you like that, then go there. But to say one is better than the other, it just all depends on what you want. Yeah, he said tourist visa is the downside of Thailand, the maximum 6 months a year. Because I've never really heard anybody talk about the downside of Thailand. It has to be a downside, Cooper. Okay, but nobody ever does it. They always tell us, oh, y'all hyping up the Philippines. Well, you're hyping up Thailand if you never telling us the 360 of Thailand. A lot of foreigners end up dead over there. Maybe because there's more foreigners that visit there, but certainly a lot more that end up dead in there and, Man, he said, plus the border runs the pain. Wow. Yeah, he's in Spain. Joe Wilkins said that's a beautiful area you and Maryland walk, and that area's in the province. Yeah, now imagine Maryland's been here her whole life, 41 years. That's only her second time going because she said they had closed that area off because that's private land. She said they recently opened it back up for the public. Now, the one guy was smart. He's making bread and doing things up there. Just like when we went past his house, we bought something. Were I one of those people on that route, because it's going to get popular, I would be serving coffee. I'd be doing everything to try to get some of that money that's going to be coming up there because nobody was even, well, I can't say that because there was a couple of sorry stores. I could have got me something to drink. He said, wishing you the best for your upcoming walk to continue recognizing the wonderful people of the Philippines. Thank you, man. I need that encouragement. I need your help. I need your support because it's not going to be easy. That's just the bottom line, man. I'm just challenging myself to see if, you never know what you can do until you try. Kamal says, I saw a prospect on Filipino Cupid that caught my attention, but she's from Tawi. Well, have her meet you in Zamboanga City, which is only like a short flight to Zamboanga. Have her meet you there. Because I've got a friend, him and his wife got married. She's from Baziland, which is actually where the Abu Sayyaf headquarters is. They met each other in Zamboanga, and when they come back to the Philippines, him and his two sons, they stay in Zamboanga. She goes home to visit the parents and the family. You could do it like that, man. You can make it work. Tyann Allen says 401k, pension, and Social Security adding up. I'm definitely planning to come and thank you for the roadmap. I don't mind helping people, but I ain't going to be a fool about it. Yeah, we've got to set some boundaries. That's all you have to do. But if we ask these women to quit their jobs, look, ask the woman you're with right now. Well, you already know that she was the breadwinner in the family. It just seems to work out that way. Most of the women we meet are the ambitious ones. That's why they get out there on the dating site. That's why they deal with foreigners. The typical Filipino can't handle it, man. The women we deal with, they're cut from a different cloth over here. They're not the typical Filipino, but they're the breadwinners. They speak the best English, most of them. They're the leaders in the family. So you're asking them, hey, quit your job. So you got to replace that. Just replace that. That's all you really have to do. Okay. I've had experience with 3 families over here. They've never asked me for anything. Have I helped them? Absolutely, I helped them. But they didn't use me as a retirement plan. Most of the people I've dealt with, well, all of them really had jobs. Okay, my wife's family, okay, her brother's in the military. He's been in the military for, let's see, I met her in 2010, so that would be 13 years. He was there before I met her. So he's been there about 15 years. Her sister, her middle sister, the one right below her, is married to a seaman who goes international, earns good money. And the same with the youngest daughter. Same way. Her youngest sister's married to a seaman, and he earns good money. They just, it's just how it is. But if that happens, because a lot of times it'll happen, especially if you're dealing with women in the province, it's just a decision you're going to have to make. Encourage her to get a job then. David Young says, when I visit the Philippines, Japan, or Thailand, I'm going to fast and try to rid myself mentally, physically, and spiritually of the crap that's here in the matrix. I'm not bringing that trash with me. Somebody said that. Who said that on my live stream? Hey, G Manila says, aloha, Calvin. Great video topic. Nice hiking up that mountain. That's a great place to hike. And it's so much like that to do over here, but we don't do it. We're not proactive. We don't get out and exercise and see the place. We basically stay in one little general area, or we go to the same little tired resorts that everybody else goes to. And then we say, oh, I don't like the Philippines. Oh, I'm spending too much money over there. You know how much it cost me to go up that hill and come back down? It didn't cost me anything but maybe an hour of my time. It's so much like that to do. Yeah, it's great exercise to walk and talk, Cal. Yeah, but it sounds bad. It sounds like I was dying. Frank Ellis says, I'm not going to be no Philippines ticket to ride. Well, just having her with you, taking her everywhere with you, Frank, she'll probably be happy with that. You know, unless you just got to deal with bar girls, and then they're not free. You know, you can't get something for nothing over here, because I got it written down. Because we always put it on the Filipino. Look up here what that says. What do we want from women here? Y'all going to answer me today. See? What do you think is going to happen, Frank? The women just, when you get off the plane, they're just going to lay down for you and let you run over top of them for nothing? You might as well stay home. You're not going to get that over here. It's pay to play here, buddy. I'm sorry. You don't have to take care of a woman. You don't have to marry her and all that. But yeah, you're going to have to, it costs to be the boss over here. Yeah, as long as you're driving the steering wheel, but don't fool yourself. Don't think you're going to come over and get something for nothing, because it ain't going to happen over here. But a lot of us delude ourselves. TJ Johnson said, bro, let me tell you, they thought for about the first year that I was using her for her money, because that's the norm for boyfriends and partners in that family. Oh, wow. It is the first time this has been the case ever, and I honestly didn't know how to react to it for a while. Yeah, that would be the opposite. You would be the exception, not the rule, when you're for that. You know, because like, well, what money am I going to use her for? You know, I mean, on Maryland's good money, hell, she would earn about 7,000 pesos. You know, Black Grandpa said the guys who are not used to having pretty women chase them will marry the first woman that showed them any interest. Well, usually that's what happens over here. But the first relationship usually doesn't work out, and it's usually good. It's really a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Does it happen? Yeah, I tell you all the time about the 50-year-old and the 19-year-old in Kentucky. He only made one trip to the Philippines, you know, to meet her, went back, did the visa. They're still together. Now, they've made several trips because they've been together over 10 years. Okay. But that happens all the time, more times than you think. I wouldn't do it. That's really, you're really taking a chance. AC King says, I gave my kid a legacy. I put them through college and they're independent. What money retirement I have left, I'm going to have fun with. If there's anything left when I kick off, it's theirs. And that sounds like a great plan. You know, but just to give your money away to your kids and let them squander it, that's not a good plan. Okay, most of us are in that spending phase. Because, you know, investing is a long term. You got to look at it for the long term. And that's why people get in trouble with these Ponzi schemes and these investment schemes. They don't understand, you know, you can't get something for nothing. You're not going to get that big return 1 year down the road. He says, have I seen cobras or other snakes? I've only seen one snake skin in my 14 years in the Philippines. Are they here? I'm sure they are. I've never seen them, though. And that was walking up that mountain to see my son's mother. The very first time. It was just a snake skin out there, no snake in it. Payday One says, not a more true song made than girls just want to have fun. These guys start getting so serious and forget the fun. Man, tell me about it. Tell me about it. How many times I tell y'all, Philippines, they love to laugh, they love to have fun. But we come over here, we want to take all that from them. We want to marry them. We want to get them thinking just all serious and life changing. We want them to make life changing decisions in 2 weeks. Gleason said, watching you go up that mountain makes me want to start walking. LOL, great vid. Hey, thank you, man. You know, a lot of people have been reaching out to me about you, Gleason. They said whenever you ready, let them know, man. They'll make that trip with you. A friend of mine, Cal, he messaged me today on Sunshine Show's Messenger. He said, Cal, you tell him he can make that ride with me in November or January. Okay, he said he got a light windpipe infection. Wow. I hate that kind of stuff over here, man. He said, Cal, you have my support big time, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to need it. He said, how many miles are you walking? I really don't know. The only time I measured my walk was last week, and I did 22 kilometers. But if you're talking about from St. Carlos City to Dumaguete, that's 102 miles. So what I wanted to do last week was gauge my training, the shoes and everything, just to get an idea of the terrain. It's a straight shot, really. It's very few hills going from St. Carlos City to Dumaguete. Remember, guys, it's less than a week, and I'm going to be on the road. I'll be on the road already this time next week. I mean, the time went by so fast, I don't know where it went. I'm going to go to the gym again today. See, normally I work out every other day, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm working out every day on top of my walking. And then I'm going to just walk Thursday and rest Friday. Eat a lot of carbs, because when I was running those mini marathons, the night before we'd have a party, we'd eat a lot of carbohydrates, spaghetti and different things like that. I hate to have a sore throat. I can deal with anything but that damn sore throat. They start dealing with that sore throat. Ronald Trunk says a lot of foreigners are fools. You need at least 20K to live in the fields, and you cannot get a job there. Well, we know that. You need at least 20,000. If you got a residual income, Social Security, retirement, I'm getting renewal income, you can make it over here. I mean, you can make it over. I can make it anywhere. I'm a grunt, man. A lot of you guys that say you can't make it in the Philippines, I'm like, that's your fault. You can't put that on the Philippines. You know, the Philippines, whatever you're looking for is over here. You just got to find it. We're too lazy. We're soft, especially if you were raised over there in America, man. You know, you can't make it over here, man. Come on, man. Philippines is easy. Really. I mean, it's easier than a whole lot of other places. I mean, if you're not going to be part of the solution, you got to get off of that resort, get out of the cities and everything, and try something different. The only thing you're seeing is the inside of a woman's thighs, man. You cheating yourself. He says, Sun Moon says, are you allowed to visit the solar farm in St. Carlos? I don't think I am. They've got security there. They got big fences around it. That would be a security issue. but we go bad all the time. I mean, the thing is huge. It's one of the only solar farms in all the Philippines that's actually producing any power, and the power goes to the electric company. So walking up that hill, Kate Bush. Yeah, but I'm not gonna take it for granted, Mr. Parrot Brain. I've got to be focused. I've got to be confident, but that's a long way. See, the first day won't be so bad, but every day is going to get harder because my muscles are going to be sore, my joints are going to be aching. I need real good maintenance. And that's why, because Merle was talking about walking with me. You can't make that walk. You only think you can. I said, somebody, we can't both be laying there aching. Somebody's got to uh, be there to take care of some of us. Yeah, Craig Anthony, this is good. This is what I'm saying. People need to quit generalizing the things they are hearing. It's a small percentage that are on the tape that these guys fall prey to. The Philippines, like America, crime is an opportunity. Yeah, but you got one crime rate over here for locals and one for foreigners. Okay, it's low for foreigners, man. But you can put yourself in a position to be robbed or to have your pocket picked. But for the most part, I mean, if to say that I've never been uh, victimized over here in 14 years of coming here on and off, man, I think it's unbelievable because I can't say that about my life in America. Now the police victimized me. I had my apartment broken into in Cincinnati, Ohio. Americans, we've got this entitlement attitude that's missing over here. You would think it would be over here, but it's not. It's over there where we've got all the opportunity over there. We think the world owes us something. So if they see a man doing good, doing well, they want what he's got. They don't want to go out and do what he did to get it. I tell y'all the story all the time. When I was caught in that Typhoon Odette, there was a Honda dealership right next door. All the windows was blown out. All you had to do was walk in there, grab a motorcycle, and walk out. Okay, now one motorcycle was missing. Matter of fact, the people went over there and helped the dealership board up the windows. Yeah, well, I never said you need a woman, Frank, but I'm saying you can't get something for nothing over here, and you didn't get it for free. Okay, I'm one of those that say, yeah, you don't have to have a woman to live with you. I guarantee you that. It's one of the mistakes I made. I never lived by myself here and enjoyed the advantages that come with that. But to think you're going to come over here and get something for nothing, that didn't happen. I didn't see you put that in here, Frank. You said Cal was there for 3 years and I did very well, but you didn't say you got it for free. $140 Eagle. Yeah, they're not going to present a business plan. We're just saying, is that the way they look at you? Because some people in America, you know what their retirement plan is, and I heard this. This isn't original for me. They said to walk around in Walmart, and with a cup of water, and pour it on the ground and slip on the ground and, break a leg or something. That's their retirement plan. So when you come over here, because it's the overriding factor that goes into women over here dealing with us, the opportunity for a better life. And so the family's going to reap the rewards of that too. but they're never going to give you a business plan. But we come over here and we do it. We finance all these businesses. Sorry Stores #1, Piggery's #2. They got people doing laundromats. You know, I'm gonna tell you, man, dealing with this peso economy, man, it's just like a drudgery. It's slow, methodic, and if you're not used to it, you're not gonna stay in there with it, man. You're not gonna make it. He says, "Am I gonna do it in one day?" Absolutely not. I'm not gonna be able to do it in one day. It's gonna take me 3.5 days because I'm only gonna walk about 10 hours a day. My goal is 50 kilometers a day, 45 to 50 kilometers a day. If I can do that, I'm in there. Yeah, we all love to be single, but you're not getting nothing for free over here, okay? The Global Vagabond says, have you read the book Deaths of Despair? It's a scientific overview of the fentanyl, alcohol, and suicide epidemic in America. It's very depressing how we live in a toxic fog over here. But hell, I don't have to read that book. I can look at my own life and the life I lived for many, many years. And I have to agree with that book. A lot of people have just given up. It's really all they've done. But with this internet, man, I'm going to tell you something. It's opened up the whole world to us. How do you know you're not a writer, or a singer, or whatever you can do, a motivational speaker, if you never tried? We never even tried. If somebody tells you you can't do it, it's never been done, then you don't even try. So we give up. And we start backing into these old pitiful jobs that we don't like. Okay? These unhappy jobs, that for slave wages, and the government takes 40% of your wages in taxes. And we're unhappy, man. We're working paycheck to pay. We're living paycheck to paycheck. There's another way out here. See, but people always want to listen to me and argue with me. People are mad at me now about this Deion Sanders thing. One of my good friends is mad at me now because I'm not as excited about Deion Sanders as he is. And I'm like, man, that don't mean I'm a hater. I don't hate anybody, guys. I'm just not excited. I'm 60 years old. I've been there and done that. I've seen all the hype surrounding Deion. He's not doing anything new. Okay? He's not the first black coach at a Power 5 school. He's not the first black man in the Hall of Fame or even the first black defensive back. He's not the first black guy that people claim is helping the youth. Deion is the rule. He's not the exception. Okay, the only reason why black people have rallied behind Deion Sanders is because white people doubted him. That's the only reason. Because otherwise, what is it to get so excited about, man? I mean, y'all kind of be crazy with that stuff. But I've lost friends because of that. Okay, they're proving my point that I made. If you say anything, if you're not excited, black people aren't monolithic over there in America. Okay, we do think for ourselves. Okay, but the overwhelming majority of black men I know, they're successful. They take care of their kids. They pay their taxes. They don't go to jail. They don't get in trouble with the police and all that and use drugs and all that. Okay? But they just think because I'm not so excited about that, I don't want him to succeed. Yes, I do. I want us all to succeed. But sports are fickle. Fans are fickle. Does anybody remember? Listen, I'm 60. I don't remember the game, but I remember the hype. I remember the headline when Houston beat UCLA in 1968 and snapped that 47-game win streak. I remember that. Okay? I've been there, I've done that, man, Prince of 1,000 images says, I want to go with you, Cal. How did I set that up? Well, I'd rather walk by myself. I'm going to tell you why. I can't be responsible for you. A friend already asked me, I can't stop you, but you're going to take away from my focus. Now I'm going to be worried about you. I'm going to be worried about you and your welfare. I can't do it. Now, if you want to walk and, anywhere with me along the route, that's okay. But to walk with me from all the way, I wouldn't want that. That man Travis said, "Health, Calvin, what's the best scooter I can get? Should I find roads that are easy to drive around? Can scooter also be transported around the Philippines?" Well, that's subjective. A lot of people like that NMAX over here. I don't know who makes that. But Maryland has a great motorcycle we bought. It's a Honda PCX 160. A lot of people ride that. But that NMAX, they got an NMAX and an XMAX. And yeah, the scooters can be transported around the Philippines on the ferries. That's how a lot of these guys are able to see the whole Philippines, because a lot of people are coming over doing that man travels. That's Jeff, by the way. And they're taking, that's what they're doing. They're taking the ferries and stuff. He said they're really going crazy now. Colorado beat Nebraska, even though Nebraska ain't nothing this year. Yeah, they lost to Minnesota, but that's the only reason, guys. A couple of white guys got on TV and doubted Deion Sanders. That's his whole soapbox. Y'all doubted me. You believe now, don't you? See, otherwise, man, we wouldn't be caring about that as much as we are. We've made it like a civil rights movement, man. And we can't do that, guys. He's splitting the country with that foolishness. Yeah, he's done a great job, but it's nothing for me to get excited about him, because I don't get excited. People call me a hater. I'm not a hater of anybody, man. Give me a break. But he's not done anything that nobody else has done. Tell me where I'm lying. He said, I remember walking with you in St. Carlos. Hell, you might finish this walk in 2 days. No, I ain't gonna kill myself. Yeah. He said, I don't care. Deion has been pretty exceptional. Well, not really. He's not doing anything that hasn't been done. That would be the exception. But that's your opinion, TJ, and we're not gonna argue about that. Okay? Let's not even talk about this Deion thing, because it's ridiculous, guys. Y'all making my point. And the only reason why you rallying behind Deion, because white people doubted him. If those people would have exalted him up and said, oh, Deion, then he would have been a sellout. But because they said, oh, Deion, you can't make, what is he doing that nobody else has done? Absolutely nothing, guys. Come on, guys. Okay, it's more important things. Let's get this, let's show that same energy toward the things that really matter. Then you might see some change. Okay? Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, but nobody's listening, really. Nobody's watching. We're fickle, man. We live in that society where people want to jump on the bandwagon. Everybody loves a winner. They don't even know Deion Sanders. I certainly don't know him. I don't know him to love him. I hate him. But we need to put that same energy into some things that really matter. Yeah, but that's to his advantage. That's to his advantage, man. Everybody knows, okay, as much as y'all love Deion Sanders right now and he's winning, let him keep winning. Let them win 36 games in a row. The same people who love Deion are going to hate him. Just like they used to love the Kansas City Chiefs, unless you actually live in Kansas City. The New England Patriots, Duke University, Kentucky basketball, I've seen it all before, guys. We're fickle. Yeah, we won't let it go. We won't let it go, man. You know, people are mad at me. They're angry with me. They're not going to support me. They're not going to follow my channel because I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. I'm saying, look, first of all, let me tell y'all that I don't even follow sports like I used to. Ever since I've gotten older and especially since I moved over here, I very seldom watch sports. Now, I do watch Lamar Jackson because he went to Louisville in college and he's really, really exciting, right? Okay. Um, and so he's got me watching his highlights. But other than that, you know, and he, you know, people rally behind him for the same reason. They say, oh, he can't play. He can't play. Black men can't be quarterbacks. So every time a black quarterback comes up, we say, look, I told you we can. We don't need the white man's validation, but we crave that validation. Okay. Now we're in the Me Too movement. America has scared us to death. There's no freedom of speech. Nobody's going to really come out and say what they really want to say about Deion Sanders because they're afraid of getting canceled or labeled a racist. Stop with that foolishness. Y'all not talking to some dummy here. Okay. I'm sorry. Y'all keep that stuff. Y'all want to be happy and excited about that? Get excited. Don't bring that stuff my way. Yeah, the public's fickle. Everybody knows that. It's the sports. The only reason these people are even rallying behind Deion because a couple of white guys said he couldn't do it. Otherwise, what is he doing that nobody else has been done? That nobody's done. Nothing. Okay, he says Bama getting their ass handed to them. Absolutely, this is sports. That's what's going to happen. And what's going to see, Deion's in a no-lose situation. He can't lose. Because the first time they get their ass handed to them, oh, well, look, they only won one game last year. Okay. But now that he's won 2 games, well, he's already succeeded. He won 2 games. So I ain't going to get into that argument, guys. Y'all can't pull me into that. I'm not stupid. He cannot lose. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here. This is it right here. This is it right here. He says, people praise the rich and powerful and don't to regular people. Okay, right. How many regular guys is there out here, you know, like I said, the overwhelming majority of black men I know, they take care of their kids, they take care of their families, they have good jobs, they stay out of trouble. They're not on drugs. But nobody, they lump us all in. We wait to praise the rich and the famous. Okay. Look at what they did to Sha'Carri. She lost last year and they talked about her bad. Now she won a gold medal. They all over her. We know what sports is, guys. We know what it is. We know what it is. He says, all I need is thin, tall, good-looking ladies validation. No, but you know, when you tell black people the truth, they get mad at you. That's the only reason we're rallying behind Deion, because they said he couldn't do it. He said, cut the money. If she still talks to you, then you are not a retirement plan for her family. We don't really know what they're thinking. He said, media will build you up and tear you down. Absolutely. Look at Tiger Woods. Has there been any better story than his up until the fact when they tore him down? Was there anybody more dominating than Tiger Woods? I'm 60 years old. I've seen some of the greatest sports stories that's ever been. Okay. I'm not 16. Okay. I'm sorry. No, see, this is what you're making my point. I'm not hating Deion. I'm saying I don't want him to succeed. I'm saying I'm not as excited about it as you are, Al. I don't see any big deal in what he's doing. You know, great coaches are made by great players. Okay. What y'all not seeing, I'm seeing, because y'all in this illusion. The highlights that I watched, that defensive line that he's got, They're not going anywhere with that. When he runs up against a good team, they're going to shred them. They will look what Nebraska did to him. Hey, King Arthur, thanks for that super chat. But you know, when people talk reality, they don't want to hear it. We all stuck in the fantasy. Deion Sanders ain't gonna give you one damn penny on your rent. He's not doing anything else. Okay, so let's give him his flowers. Okay, he's won 2 games. Okay, Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl. Build him up. You can't even tell me what year he won the Super Bowl because it don't make a difference to you now. We're emotional people, guys. We get excited about the stupidest stuff. Thanks, King Arthur, for that super chat. Now y'all gonna Google that. Don't Google it. What year did Tony Dungy win the Super Bowl? You don't know because you don't care. It's over with. He said some people are brainwashed by actors, entertainers, politicians, etc., and can't think for themselves. Obviously, we can't. Okay. RLVRV says if the BSP won't intervene, the Philippine peso might breach 57 next week. It actually hit it this week. Well, Sunday's considered a new week, being a new week. Last week. But that would be, 56.67. I'm not going to argue with that. Yeah, help the poor and feed the hungry. Let's use that same energy, but we don't do it. We thought shit was going to change when George Floyd got killed. How did that work out? When Obama was elected, how did that work out? Talk to me. It's the same thing, man. I'm too old for that stuff. Yeah. If you don't act the way I want, I will victimize you. He said Deion don't deserve the 5 after just 2 games. Yeah, he does because a white man said that he couldn't coach. That's why. A couple of white guys who, what's his name? What's the guy on the college football, the old guy? Not Lee Trevino. Is it Lee Trevino? And then some guy called him a celebrity coach. We're rallying behind him because of that. Hey, DJ Lloyd Buck, thank you. Yeah, but this is going beyond that, Al. This is going beyond that. You can't turn on the TV without seeing something about Deion and his sons. Okay, they're setting themselves up, guys. Okay, the media has done this. They're setting themselves up, guys. When they lose, and they're going to lose, and when they lose big, because they're going to lose big, I just want to see the reaction. And he's not going to be able to take it, guys. You know, you don't put that kind of pressure on young men. Okay? You just don't do it. It's sports. Yeah, let's get back for real. But y'all still haven't answered my question every time I asked it. What do we want from Filipino women? We always talk about what they want. What do we want? I want to hear the next few comments. I want you to tell me, what do you want from Filipino women? Why are you flying all the way over here? Okay? Tell me that. Let's get to that. No, it's not W Secret Success. It's okay that we don't think alike. That's what makes us different. It's not a stretch. It's how we as black people, how we react. We're very emotional people. But 2 weeks down the line, or when it's all said and done, we see that it hasn't moved the needle and we're back to normal. We're going to look for the next thing to get excited about, to get all overheated about, and to have a heart attack about. That's not going to change anything. Okay? No, I'm sorry. It's not a big stretch. Okay? because we're doing the same thing. We're overreacting. You know, everybody crying and Bob, I never thought I'd see it in my Lee Corso, yeah. In my lifetime, a black president. Okay, big deal. Now what? Nothing. We suffered more into his ass than we've ever suffered because we wouldn't ask him the tough question that we asked the white presidents. We didn't expect the same thing. So come on, guys. That's what we're talking about. He says, I want a Filipina to fix me pants it after 18 holes of golf. Yeah, but see, that's more like what we really want, though. We come over here, we really want a maid, a sex slave, some easy play is what we want, but we're afraid to say it. A bunch of us, we're not gentlemen for real, we're grunts. We know why we come over here, but nobody's going to say it. You didn't come over here for the cost of living. That's probably last on your list. You come over here to knock some boots because you heard it's easy over here. Hey, the poor man's passport guy, thanks for that super chat. He says, I want the best, most beautiful, happy companion that we'll ever have. I found that in the Philippines. Yep, thank you, man, for being honest, okay? Because we'll tell you every reason that we come over here except for the real reason. Go back. I'm gonna post it on my community page. Is love is just lust dressed up in a three-piece suit. We'll come over here on that love boat or that love plane, but we really know what it's all about. But nobody's gonna step up and say it. Hey, Eileen. He says, I ain't gonna lie, I came to run them up. Hello, Eileen. Thank you. He said, don't sound too bad. But that's what we want, but we won't say it. But then the woman says, oh, well, I want, better life, can you help, my mother, the roof is leaking. Oh, she's a scammer now, all of a sudden. We want these women to just come or lay down for us when we get off the plane. Y'all know that's what y'all thinking. Y'all know what these channels got y'all thinking. But I'm the only one going to tell you, yeah, you can have all of that, but it's going to cost you. Okay, there's a price that has to be paid. It's not free. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, what's love got to do with it? Yeah, but we'll dress it up. We dress lust up as love. And we get on the plane and come over here with the flowers and candy. That shit, the candy's gonna be gone and the flowers gonna be in the damn garbage by the end of the night. She said, hoping one day you will notice me, sir, to be one of your winners. Well, the spin wheel chooses the winner, Eileen. And your name is on the spin wheel. And that's why I picked the spin wheel, because there's so many deserving people. Okay. So I want to make it fair. So I created the spin wheel. The spin wheel never lies. Okay. And I spin that thing. You can ask Marilyn. We spin it like 10 times before we actually do the spin. But we're going to give one of our Filipino subscribers 5,000 peso Christmas shopping spree at Gaisano in December 23rd, I believe, 22nd or 23rd, whenever that Friday is. Yeah. It says that TJ Johnson, no, TJ, it's just that I've seen this before with new coaches. The media builds you up and tears you down, especially with black coaches. But that's the media, guys. Y'all know what they're going to do. They're just sitting back waiting because they know they've been through this for years upon years upon years. Deion's the only one who's out there playing the role. They know what's going to happen, and they're licking their chops. They're going to do him the same way they did Tiger Woods. They're going to do him the same way they did Jordan and all the rest of them. Okay. It's great. It's sports. That's why I don't get excited about it. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen it. Okay. DJ Lord Buck says, I think American men want what we can't seem to get from American women. I think we can all agree on that. But what is that? What is that? That's too general, man. Be specific. Don't be ashamed of it. I mean, if you're lonely and you haven't been had a woman's touch in so many years or whatever it is, just say, I want that touch of a woman when I get over there. I want the tune up. Okay? But don't come over here trying to disguise nothing because, look, it's been going on years and years and years, decades, centuries, really. The people know why you're here. And if they don't know why you're here, they're going to think they know why you're here. So it's best to be honest with yourself. But we always want to put it on the Filipino. What she want? Oh, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Well, what are you going to do then to get what it is, whatever it is that you want? Because they're not going to give it to you for nothing. This is the worst place on the planet to come to try to get something for nothing. You can't do it. Imagine that. You're in the Philippines trying to get something for nothing. Nope, it's not going to work, guys. You got to go somewhere else. But we need to start talking about what we want so that we can get what we want. How are you going to know what you want? How are you going to get what you want if you don't know what you want? You got to have a... How can you hit a bullseye looking at somebody else's target? You're looking at the Filipinos' target, trying to hit a bullseye. You're not going to do it. But we'll keep putting it on the Filipino. All those scammers, all of this, all of that. You know. Okay, he says, I hear women from the Philippines are great companions, can take care of a man and very faithful. I just wanted a life partner without all the games modern women in America play. Yeah, that's fair. But nobody's ever said, oh, I want the pussy. I want the easy pussy that the Philippines has the reputation for providing. Why hasn't anybody said that over here? Because you know that's what you're thinking. Why in the world else would you come 20 hours in a plane, aluminum can, okay, then have a 10 to 15-hour layover in some damn place, okay? But you're not going to say it because you're afraid to say it, even though they know what you come in here for, okay? You can dress it up all you want. But it's best that you go on and be honest with yourself. He said, definitely the tune-up, not going to lie about that. LOL, he says. The average man in America wants a woman's loyal, respect, honor, and be there by their side. What makes you think they're going to do that here? These women are human beings. And look at him. What's he doing? What kind of face is that he's showing? Okay, Alan, thank you. He said, hit the like button and show guys some love. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they all say. That's what they all say. Yeah, you are. That's why you're here. That's why they all come here. That's the first thing that we do. We get out the planes, take them damn hot pants off. I'm not knocking anybody, but let's just be honest with about it. You're coming over here because that's the reputation that the Philippines has that you've heard on these channels. Okay? It's easy, it's acceptable, they're young, they're attractive. And it doesn't cost as much over here as it does in your country. But when you start talking real life stuff like that, people get mad at you. But that's, he said, yeah, hot pass, yeah, they coming out. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. There's a lot of places you can go to. Why are you coming here? He says, I'm coming to retire because my dollar can go further. Women is a plus, but they're not mandatory. Well, go somewhere where the dollar's stronger. The dollar, this is not the place where the dollar is the strongest. And it doesn't matter how strong your dollar is, Denver. If you don't change your spending habits by the time you get here, you're just going to be spending the same way you did there. It may take you a little bit longer to run out of money, but you're going to be spending the same. Okay, Harold Till says, I'll be there next week. Then he was the first person in my Sunshine Show's Hall of Fame. Harold Teal spent 20,000 US dollars in 1 month, 30 days over here in the Philippines. Now, what he was doing with that money, he's never told us. I just got to take his word for it. That's a lot. I mean, that is a lot, guys. To do that, I don't know what you were doing. You must have been in a blackout. No. What does that have to do with anything? So you want people to go to the Philippines or not? I'm confused. Well, you're confused about anything I say, JM. Is anything that I've said that you're not confused? How am I confused? I'm just asking for 1 minute for us to take the focus off the Filipina and put it on you and ask you, why are you coming here? That's all. I didn't say don't come here. I'm an advocate. I say come. You know, but it's people like you who cannot answer that question. You're ashamed to answer it. Okay, you want something for nothing, and now you want to say, "Oh, I'm confused. Do you want us to come or not?" And what did I say to make you confused? Because I asked you what you want over here. What do we want from the women over here versus, oh, the Filipino, she only wants you for your money. What do you want? Okay, that's all I'm asking. You know, but you guys, you can't answer that. You know, so I'm confused. I'm pretty sure anything I say is going to confuse you. King Arthur, thanks for the super chat. He said, admit it, guys, we're all squirrels that want to get a nut. That's all. And then we can go on to the next conversation. But don't come over here talking about why I'm coming over here because my dollar. You can go other places where the dollar, the cost of living is a whole lot better. The weather's just as good and all of that, okay? Just be honest with yourself. Okay, John says, me and the wife are working now. I'm doing some repairs in, let's see, what's he saying? I'm doing some repairs in the rooming property. She's going over the receipts. Oh, okay. Hillary Bill and Asia says the average woman in America, they want rich men with a home, car, and pension first. Love is last. Yeah, same thing over here. You just change roles. You become the rich man over here, Hillbilly. Gerard Gillespie says, I started being interested in Southeast Asia when I noticed the direction this country is taking. Beautiful women are everywhere, but English being their second language narrowed my focus. Yeah. Mike Williams says, going to make the Philippines my home base. My girl, that's a bonus. Yeah, you're right about that. Some people, but most of us, hey, Cal, I'll be there in Cebu next week. This is Chef Kevin from Kennedy. Chef Kevin from Kentucky. He says, hey, Cal, I'll be there in Cebu next week. I've got your t-shirt from home. I hope I run into you. You are my inspiration for coming, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, just let me know. Let's see. Well, you know we're having our meet and greet here in St. Carlos City, September 28th. So if you can make it, Yeah, the poor man's passport guy. Rogan James says, I'm here because it's easy if you're not stupid. He says, hey, Cal, I like the Wonder Woman pick a booby in the background. That's real nice. Yeah, we had that made for her 2-year birthday last year. Birthdays are big over here, and every year you got to have a theme for the kids. This year she was, I want to say, a Little Mermaid. I'm not for sure. Okay, he says, not everyone's, TJ says, not everyone's about to move here and stay a decade plus for all your valid points. I feel like you paint with a roller versus a broad brush when it comes to generalize the reason people come. Well, I'm saying older guys. Well, we can argue about this all day, TJ. I'm not generalizing. I'm asking people why they're coming. I'm not telling them why. I'm asking them. They're not going to tell you. But the first thing they do when they come over here, and the reason they come over here is to meet a woman, okay, or a lady boy or whatever it is. I mean, you're 30 plus years old, man. You're from a whole different hemisphere. You're gonna get on here and be as objective as anybody could possibly can. I've been 33 before. You've never been 60. So put the brakes on, man. You're always gonna have something to say because you're young. You're like my son. I've been where you are. You can't get up into the mind of a 60-year-old. We are over here hunting for that easy prey, okay? Because we can't get it over there. You talk to anybody, any real man, and they're going to tell you that. They're not going to make up excuses. Oh, I'm over here, because I like the hiking and all that. I want to see the Manila high life and all that. Yeah, yeah, I'm the lottery ticket. But what about her? She's the lottery ticket too. Cedric Jazz says, hey, Cal, what's your average daily breakfast like? Well, my breakfast during this walk has been 3 boiled eggs and a cup of rice. I'm trying to get, protein and carbohydrates. But for lunch and dinner, man, it could be anything. It could be chicken, fish. We eat very little pork in here, but, we eat broccoli, green beans. It's something they call moon beans over here. Those little green, they're delicious. Every now and then, Marilyn or her mother cook those white beans. Um, but they'll eat 3 meals a day. I won't eat 3 meals a day, but yeah, Filipinos eat 3 meals a day. A lot of times, if I eat my breakfast early, I eat a late lunch. Okay, and then I may not even eat dinner. It just depends if I'm hungry. But I learned a long time ago we overeat. I was overeating my whole life. You'll be shocked, Cedric, if you go on, just Google, because most of us, we go by our eyes, right? Google the serving size or recommended serving size of whatever dish you're about to eat. Chicken, green beans. You're going to see, you'll be shocked how much is on the plate versus how much you put on there. We overeat, man. And I found myself to do that. And it didn't take me that long, okay, to lose weight. Once I figured that out, when I lost that 30 pounds, I was down in Zamboanga. I was using that scale. I still got it here. If you want to lose weight, use that scale. He said, damn, that's a good ass point. I've been 33, you've never been 60. I wasn't picking on you, man. I'm just saying, you're coming from a whole different perspective, man. You're 33 years old. Hell, women may still want you for your good looks and intelligence. But they don't want me for my good looks and intelligence. But I want them for their good looks. He said, I'm coming because I have a young, beautiful Filipina. Can't get that here at all. Yeah. Yeah, my point of asking you that, guys, you can't get what you want unless you know what you want. Why do you think when you're early they teach you about setting goals, right? But we don't. A lot of us don't set a goal. We just get on a plane and come over here. We have no goals that we set for the Philippines, so you end up not reaching anything, not getting anything. He said, Geechee Land will be in the house. Yeah, well, we got the guest house set up for you for 2 days, Geechee, September 27th and 28th. Yeah, yeah, you got the Royal Flush, because you could easily use that Royal Flush as a whipping post if you wanted to. I say use it humbly because they know you got it. I say use it humbly. He said, hey, Cal, I want a baby mama. What are the pros and cons? Want to have my kids and raise them better than a child in the West. Well, the pros are that the child is going to get raised whether you're there or not. I'm just coming from my personal experience. Okay, the women that I've got children by over here, they're great mothers. Okay, they expect you to take care of them, but they're not going to run you through the court system to get it done. Okay, I've never been taken to child support, and I never will because I do what I'm supposed to do. But the cons are if you break up in the beginning, they're like any other women. They're gonna use the children against you. Okay, because in both of my situations, I had to when we broke up. I saw my children on limited conditions, limited circumstances. I couldn't take them any further than what the people could see me. So I come 8,000 miles to visit my son in Cebu. I can't bring him back to the condominium, which may be 5 kilometers away, to go swimming with his little baby brother. See, that's a con, but that's just part of the culture. But it's certainly more pros than cons. The thing about it is, though, I would think it's hard, though. One of the cons is it's hard being a father 8,000 miles away. I mean, that's just the bottom line, man. That's the biggest con of them all. It's hard, to teach them valuable lessons, man, when you're way across the other side of the planet. Because some guy was asking me this the other day in an email. It's, it was a strange email to say the least. He was saying that him and his wife are still together. They love each other. They're not going to get divorced, but he doesn't think she wants to have any more children. Okay, it would be his first. He had a child already. So he wants to come over here and have a baby with a Filipino. I'm like, well, how's you going to make that work? Are you talking about a surrogate mother? What are you talking about? How you going to be a father from way over there in America and you're still married, happily married, and you got a child over here? That's not going to work, man. He said, I've gained 25 to 30 pounds over the last 12 months, several reasons. He said, tell him to make sure he flush the toilet and shower if he stay in the guest house. Oh, I got rules now. He said, for the walk, make sure you eat a lot of bananas. Good luck, brother. 2 days after my birthday. Yeah, they got great bananas over here, too. Uh, I'm going to have about 4 bananas with me, and then I'll have the rest with Maryland, for that potassium. I'm going to stay hydrated, my salt content, because I sweat a lot. And when you come over, you're going to sweat a lot. When I walk in the morning and I go to the park, and I'm walking with another Filipino, we're not walking together, but the whole time I'm there, he's there, we're passing each other. I'm like, well, damn, Guy's not even sweating. I don't know what that's all about. Merlin doesn't sweat a lot. He said you mess up, she just might make a complaint on you. Well, over here, is that what you're saying? Um, you're always going to get that threat. That's one of the price of dealing with a woman over here is that she's going to hang that over your head all the time. I'm going to have you blacklisted. I can cause you trouble over here. It's a lot of things we never even think about. We just watch the videos and it's like, wow, he's got a nice looking young woman. I want me one. So I'm going to go over there and get me one too. But we never think it all the way through. We just never do. We never think about there's a price for this. More than just money. And even if you're happy and you take her back, now she's separated from her friends and family. And if you stay over here, you're separated from yours. And you're going to say, oh, I don't care, Cal, my friends and family, this and that. Okay, that's what you say. But, yeah, they're always going to hang that over your head. You always got that to worry about. So I would take my time, man. I would live by myself for a while. I would absolutely, you can't be 100% sure because you never know who you're laying with and you break up. You never know who you're really dealing with till the times that things go bad. Then you're going to know. But the whole time everything's going good, she's sweet and doing everything for you. But the minute you break up, now she becomes somebody totally different. You're not going to know until you break up. And a lot of times it's too late, man. A lot of guys, there's a star over here right now. She's salty. She's a star in the Philippines. Her and this white guy, they got together. He's like a part-time actor. She got him some roles over here. Well, of course, he's an actor now, so he's got his Roman eye. They're not married, but they have a daughter together. He starts fooling around. So now she's angry. Okay. She wants him deported. And, with her power and her connections, his ass is probably grass. He's lucky that's all she wants is him deported. But that's what you deal with over here. Not all the time, but that's just something you gotta, when you think about coming over here, having a relationship, just remember, you're not at home. Hey, Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He said, make sure you get that tune-up and oil change before your walk, Cal. Good luck. Oh, man, I don't know. Certainly not the night before. I've tried that before. I get weak in the knees. Okay. I tried that, man, right before I went to work out one time. And I was like, nope, I can't do that anymore. I mean, I was all discombobulated, because I like to do squats and different things like that, man. My strength was sapped. I mean, there was nothing left. And I was trying to figure out what happened. What time did I eat? Have I been drinking enough water? And then I thought about it. I was like, you dummy. You just got to tune up, an hour before you came here. So, yeah, it messed me up. Hey, gotta love the Philippines. Say good day from down under, Cal, from Mark and Julia. Oh, man, these are my friends. These are real friends, right? And I'd like to interview them because for some reason, it's real easy. It must be easy to get they call it what do they call that? A visitor's visa or something in Australia. It must be pretty easy because when we had dinner with them back in July, I was talking to them as if they were still in a long distance relationship. But no, she's over there with him already and had been over there with him for a year. And I was like, wow, I just saw you a year ago. So it must be pretty easy. Wait. He said, yeah, why don't they sweat? I sweat anytime I walk outside there. I think it's because we have lots of oil in our skin and they don't. The sun brings that oil out. I know that's because of me. You know, I wear a lot of lotion because the water over here is hard. If I take a shower right now, I took a shower this morning, and when I get out, man, I feel like, man, my skin is getting cracked. I need lotion. He said just jump through all the hoops to get the visitor visa. I thought it was easy. The way seemed like it was easy. Yeah, she laid it on you. Yeah, it's just it takes a lot out of you, man. We don't realize how much it takes out of us when we do that. And the older you get, too. Yeah, it's gonna make you weak. I was weak. Let's see. Brock's 100 national parks to visit in U.S. is at Sunshine. Did you hear about what's going on in USA? Big Shirley is now paying for it. It's called Sensual Massage. Look it up. You have to do a video on this. Look up Emmanuel Lustin. Well, I don't want anything to do with Big Shirley. I don't want her big ass hands, big paws, touching me, man. Big ass. Every finger looks like a damn sausage. He says the fact that sex is the best way to burn calories. Harold Till says, I don't get it. My Filipino girlfriend don't need or use deodorant, and there's absolutely no smell. Yeah, Maryland's the same way. I looked that up too. The minute I found out Maryland didn't use deodorant, I looked up. It's something that's missing out of their system. I forgot what it's called, but Maryland, she's never used deodorant. She doesn't need it. And I'm shocked. I'm like, well, wow. There's only a certain percentage of people in the whole planet that's like that. Because some of these people need to be told that you're not one of them. Because I'm not going to lie, man. I've gotten in cars over here with foreigners and Filipinos and be like, what the hell? Who let the dogs out? But actually, I'm going to try to go without the tune-up starting, I was going to say start Monday. It's going to be hard, but I want to be a mean, angry dog on that road, man. I'm going to need all the motivation I can get because each day it gets harder. I've done this before. I walked 80 miles, but I did it over 3 days. This is 100 miles over 4. And every morning that I got up, man, I mean, it took everything in me just to take a step. So I can imagine now. Yeah, I'm not going to, see, no tune-up cow is going to mess up the walk. I know I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm not dealing with them big ass hands and fingers and well, a lot of these forms, man. That's why I say I can only use in this heat and humidity over here. Secret deodorant is the only deodorant that works for me. Now I tried that Dove for men. It does work. The roll on. What I'll do is when I get out of the shower, I'll put it on. The first layer on, let it dry while I'm ironing my clothes. Then I'll put the second layer on. But Secret's the only one that really works for me. He said, you're right, Cal. It's going to be hard in a lot of ways. He said, fun fact, East Asians have a deficiency in a gene called ALDH2, which helps your body break down alcohol, hence the Asian glow. He said, you're healthier when you sweat than someone who's not sweating. Okay, Mark, he said, I'm still at work here saving for my Philippine house. Good on you, mate. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, they took us. out to dinner, but I met them, I want to say in 2022. They were in, he had come here and he wanted to meet me, him and his girlfriend. And I, right before we supposed to met them in Mahwani, I saw them at the Sorry Sorry store. Maybe something to do with what they eat. I don't know. He said, Cal, if the price is right, you will give Big Shirley that massage. I don't know, man. That's like working overtime. That's like she'd have to pay me double. It's like giving two women a damn massage. I just don't want to deal with that flap that goes around their damn waist. It's not really a flap. It only looks like a flap when they put a belt on. I'm like, why do you put a belt on? That's not your waist. Your waist is more like, if they were being honest, their belt would be around their knees because that's where their damn stomach is. The breasts are where their stomach's supposed to be, and their stomach is where they damn knees supposed to be. So really, if Big Shirley's honest, she'll have her waist is her knees. Yeah, but it's really not a spare tire. It's only a spare tire because they put the belt on at their waist. That's not their waist. And it cuts their stomach in two. Trust me, I'm a Big Shirley scientist. What they really need to do is to put that damn belt where it belongs. Pull your damn pants all the way down. They would reinvent sagging because that's where your waist is, lady. It's on your damn knees. He said, maybe it has something to do with what they're eating. Talking about, yeah. Let's see. Anything for VJ, my man? What's he talking about? He said, true, when I work outside on our ranch, my wife says I smell like a bag of onions and I need to take a shower immediately. Yeah. Good evening. Who is this? Lynn says, good evening. He said, more big women for me then. Yeah, you're right. I don't want any more big women. I've had my share of them. I don't want them anymore. We all know about that. Now, that's one reason I stay over here, because now there's big women here, but not as many as over there. Gerard Gillespie says, not all Asians have a low alcohol tolerance. My Vietnamese friend can outdrink anyone I know, including me, and I'm Scottish Irish. He said, damn, bro. No, what do you mean? That they really need to put their belt around their knees? That's true. He said, the poor man's passport guy said, most men from America will never experience a petite woman. He said, what you eat does have an effect on what you excrete out of your pores, and that determines how you smell. Is that the reason why, because, see, I had a debate with a guy. He says the reason he said there's another reason Filipinos call Indians Bombay. Well, Bombay mean onion. And I asked Marilyn, she said, yeah, because that's what they smell like. That's why we call them that. But he said they would call them, it means something. It means East Indian or whatever it means. And I was like, no. They call them Bombays because they smell like onions. He said nowadays soul food is a death sentence. It's always been a death sentence. Can't eat all that stuff, man. When you trace the history back to why we were even eating that stuff, you'll see there was no nutritional value in anything we were eating. And if you want to, sociologists would tell you that Black people, their diet is 95% off the plantation. We still eat. There's no reason for us to still be eating chitlins. We were eating that because that's all we had to eat back then, but we still eat it. Macaroni and cheese and all that has no greens and all that. Has no nutritional value. King Arthur said somebody gave you the eye when you was talking about Big Shirley. Because she says, why am I always talking about big women? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their preferences. He said that Big Shirley massage is no joke. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, he can have them all, Tim. I mean that. Lord P said, did you say Big Shirley scientist? Yeah, I am. I know about big women. I've had my share of them, man. Yeah, here he comes with this. Okay. Now don't disappear. Did Alabama still winning? Yeah, the flat tire. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Big Charlie loves them little bitty guys for some reason. Hey, Darren Ross, thanks for that super sticker. Every time you see a Big Shirley, she's got a little guy. But he's a little drunk guy too, remember? He's not just a little guy, he's a drunk. No, they said Alabama was getting whooped today. Are they winning? Or not? He said, did he mean Big Shirley's giving him a massage or Big Shirley's paying for a central massage? I think she's paying for it. Now, over here, they've got what they call a four-hand massage. Yeah, here's the guy who's gave me the topic today. He says, Phil, don't be her parents' retirement. He's the one that said, B. Cox Ember, 6799. He says, I'm totally against being a retirement plan for someone's family. And he says, I've been married since 2004 to Filipino women. Now, have you been married more than once, or did you mean to say a Filipino woman? He said, but I will step in and help once in a while. What did you mean by that, B. Cox? Have you been married more than once to multiple Filipinos, or just one Filipino for 20 years? Okay, DJ Lloyd said Alabama was defeated by Texas today. I guess they're not the top dogs anymore. Well, it really don't mean nothing. It just means that it's sports. They're going to lose. Now, you see when Nick Saban, he's so used to winning. He doesn't go in there pointing fingers and stuff like that because he knows eventually he's going to lose. So he shows that same humility when he loses. That's not going to be the case for some other people. They better hope they win every single game. Chris Blunt says, I ain't taking care of another woman. You're going to take care of yourself. She's going to be here with you. But when you say you're not taking care of another woman, what do you mean? Well, you're going to take, if you come over here, you're going to take care of somebody. Okay? This is the bottom line. So, that's that Western thinking. If you come over here and live, you're going to take care of somebody. Okay? Now, if you take her back to your country and she can get a job and everything, yeah, that's another, okay? He said, got to be aware that Big Shirley massage because she might want a happy ending. Oh, my God. Yeah. Mike, I'm bringing Sweet Pea to celebrate our 2-year anniversary. What's he talking about? In different houses. I guess you can't. He says, I ain't taking care of another man. Oh, man. Oh, okay. He didn't say woman. I thought you said woman. No, but they've got something over here called a four-hand massage that you can have. That's two women, nothing dirty, but just two women giving you a massage instead of one woman. So that's what it would take. Hell, it'd be a 6 or 8 hand massage for Big Shirley. He's still married. So I'm saying, so you were married to one Filipino for 20 years. Is that what you're saying? He said, I'm torn between Colombia and the Philippines. Well, hell, do them both. Because when we went to Cartagena, Colombia, man, what you talking about, man? It's a beautiful, beautiful women there. If that's what you're looking for, women, if that's what has you torn, because the weather's about the same. Now, I don't know much about the cost of living or how they're going to welcome you here or not. I mean, welcome you there or not, but I know that you're welcome here. See, that's a big thing for me. I want to be welcome. I want to know, I don't want just to be somewhere where I'm tolerated, basically. You know, I don't feel I'm tolerated over here. I feel that I'm genuinely welcomed here. It could be in my mind. But if you haven't, go and watch this serial killer in Angeli City. It's going to teach you something, man. He knew all his victims. Okay? Remember, not only do Filipinos think we're rich, but Filipinos think we're rich too, guys. Just be careful. You know, well, it just depends, man. He doesn't sponsor them, but he helps them. You're not going. It's not like you can marry a woman. It's not like they marry a woman and forget all about um, the woman's family. I mean, we would be unthinking if we, knowing all that we know about the Philippines and about how the struggle is for people over here, for us to come over here, pick one of their best and brightest women and take them back to our country and forget all about the family over here. I don't care who you are. That's unthinking to do that. She's not going to do it. You can fool yourself. Your wife that you've been married to, B. Cox, for 20 years, even if you haven't helped them, I'm sure she has. Okay? I'm sure she has. They're going to do it. He says, I'm going to Hawaii at the end of October for work, and I'm going to Merida, Yucatan, Mexico in January. Got my passport and TSA clearance. Oh, man. TJ Johnson said, you're welcome as long as you're a net positive. A lot of dudes forget that and think they're God's gift to the fields just for showing up. Yeah, you still have to be a decent human being. That's all I'm saying. But you're welcome. They're going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't get the benefit of the doubt at home, TJ. At least I get it here. That's why I said there's advantages to people thinking that you've got money, more money than you have. It's not all a negative, because it's going to open doors that would be closed to me otherwise. Okay. And that's just how it is at home. People don't give me the benefit of the doubt. They don't care how much money I got. No. And even if she did, I made that mistake before and interviewed Marilyn's sister, and it cost me a good friend, really. So no, I won't do that anymore. I'm out of the matchmaking business, guys. When's the last time you seen me interview a Filipino woman? I'm not going to do it. Maybe that's why people don't like my channel anymore or something like that. I'm not going to do it. You got to pick your own poison. That's the way I say it. Yeah, we're not obligated, guys. He says, Harold Till says, I'm not obligated to do anything, but I will offer to help with something. I mean, This is the Philippines, guys. This isn't Las Vegas. I mean, that's why when you looked at that Judge Judy um, show, that was 1994, guys, by the way. Somebody messaged me and showed me it was 1994. I could tell by the brother's hairstyle. It wasn't anything recent, but it just goes to show you how uh, little that Americans and especially American women know about the culture over here. You know, that was a cringy show, by the way. But yeah, you're not obligated. But there's nothing wrong with helping, man. I mean, you have to know the culture over here. I mean, to think that you can come over here and get something for nothing, or date a beautiful woman and you don't have to help her or her family at some point. I mean, you're in dreamland. I mean, what are you going to do? No, he says, how is it my job to take care of a woman's daddy or another man? It's not your job. But he's going to get taken care of her because she's going to take care of him. Okay, one thing you have to understand about Filipinos, they're family oriented, really, for the most part, guys. That's why when you go to a house, okay, like my wife's family, it was 4 generations living in one house. Okay, she's going to take care of her family. She's not going to forget about her mother and father and sisters and brothers. When the girl on Judge Judy says, "Hey, I'm responsible for my sister's education," Judge Judy flipped out and said, "It's not your responsibility." And I'm thinking, yes, it is. She's in the Philippines. She's not in America. So it's not your job. You're not obligated to do it, but he's going to get taken care of by virtue of you taking care of his daughter. Well, it's not really the case, but it's a risk you have to take. He said, many think if you take your wife to your country, she will leave you for a younger guy. Well, it's just a risk that you have to take. You don't know what she's going to do because you don't know her. Okay, remember the guy came over. He was very, very fortunate. He came over. A lot of guys do it though. Some of them are not so fortunate. Came over here, met the girl, the only Filipino he ever met. 2 weeks he was here. Went back, did all the visa, brought it to his country. They're still together, but he's strict. She goes nowhere without him. She cannot work. Okay, he's not going to take any chance of her running off because his wife that he was married to for 25 years or something ran off with his best friend. So I guess that's why he's like that. He said, "Do Filipinos ever retire?" Really, I would. How would that work? I guess that's what he's saying. But some of them do. I've met retired Filipinos. Depends on, because a lot of them have good jobs. Okay. When I was in Miagal, Iloilo, the father, he retired. He was able to retire from. He was the maintenance at the University of Pennsylvania, Philippines, UP, one of the top colleges. Okay, and it's, the government workers, but the masses of people, they're really working under the table, so they really can't retire for real. You see a lot of people over here, they just work till they die. And look at Marilyn's mother. She can't really retire for real. But knowing Marilyn's mother, she basically lives here with us. I give her like 5,000 pesos a month, right? I would give her 10 if she asked me because she does so much. She's earned that. She deserves that, man. She's like the matriarch of her family. I'm not obligated to do that. But you see people like that who she actually has 3 jobs at 67 years old. She cannot stop. If Marilyn's mother stopped, she would probably die. So she keeps going. She does not stop. She's got 3 jobs, guys. I promise you that. But yeah, you're right. They don't ever really retire. Not the masses of people. But it's getting to be that way in America. Can you truly retire at 65? I guess you can if you got a great pension. I don't think you can retire $2,000 per month unless your house is paid off, which it should be by that time. Well, a lot of times when you deal with the girl, the father's already going to be older. Okay, now my son's mother, her father is a master carpenter, right? But once we got together and I'm sending money for the son and she's sending money back from the States to the family, he retired. It was enough for him to stop working. I didn't knock him for that. I mean, you guys don't understand what life is really like over here. You know what I'm saying? If you really love a woman, hell, why wouldn't you want to help every now and then if you could? If you help her family, you helping her, right? And if you helping her, you helping the family. You're not obligated to do anything, man. You're not obligated to be a decent human being. I'm not saying give away your whole pension, but hell, what's wrong with helping a mother? You come over here and you go to the province, you see the mother coming back, carrying that big ass heavy sack of rice, and doing all this stuff, that you thinking, man, how does she do it? And then you don't want to help her. The roof is leaking. The plywood is warped on the side of the house. There's no running water. They have to walk, I'm talking about kilometers to get water every single day. My son had to do that. Even when he was little, everybody in the house works like that. Now you come over here, you got a nice job. Okay. You're getting ready to take the woman out of the house. She's been bringing in all the money. And then you want to look back and say, oh, I'm not giving them nothing. You deserve whatever you got coming, man. You have to understand, man, these are not normal circumstances. These are not normal relationships that we enter into over here. But nobody's listening to me. They only look normal. And some of them don't even look normal. They're not normal. It's not normal to fly 20 hours or 8,000 miles away to have a girlfriend, to even have a wife. It's not normal. And then she be 20, 30, 40 years younger than you. And then she's coming out of circumstances that you can't even wrap your mind around. They're just so bad. It's not normal. You got to adjust, man. You got to make some sacrifices. King Arthur says some guys are either too broke or too cheap to help out a good woman's family. You got to do it. Are too ornery. That's what it is. They're ornery. You come over here, you done sat in the province, you done seen how the woman lives. She's giving every peso that she's got to her family. Take care of the sisters and brothers. And now all of a sudden you want to take her out of the family, you're not going to give anything back. Right. That's what you think. That's why that guy who came over and married that 19-year-old and took her home and won't let her work, that's why he treats her family like a king. Okay? I'm talking about he spent millions and millions of pesos on them because he won't allow the girl to work. So she can't do it. Okay? But you're going to have to do it. Girl Till says the young woman will care for you because she knows you're worth it. And once she realizes that you care for her, and that's one way to show you care for her. You don't have to put her mother or father on a salary. But I guarantee you right now, if Marilyn's mother came in here right now and said, hey, I need 10,000 pesos. I'm behind on my taxes or something like that. Boom, boom, there. Okay. You don't think she's earned my trust by now? She's never asked me for a peso. Then all of a sudden she says, I'm going to believe her. Okay, I know her situation. I have compassion for her. Okay, and besides, that's my woman's mother. Okay, Under no circumstances I'm going to see my woman's mother struggle. I'm going to step in like Superman either and say, here's $50,000 every month just for being Marilyn's mother. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying have some decency, man. Realize, people, this isn't America. But yeah, guys, you know, are you her family's retirement plan? A lot of times we are. We are the gateway to a better life. And they all going to get a piece of that pie, whether you believe it or not. Okay, let's see, what's his name? APR 1023. Give me another drink, huh? Who's here? Are they? Okay, give me that thing. He says, I helped my wife's family at first, but eventually I had to cut them off. The last straw was when her sister had the baby and expected me to pay the hospital bill. They had 9 months to plan and save. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. That this is rare right here. I'm sorry, this just doesn't happen on a regular basis, guys. Okay, this is the exception right here. All right. I'm talking about the mother and father. I'm not really talking about. Yeah, but see that happens. That happens very rarely. You know, see, you hear about those horror stories. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't go by somebody else's stories. How you even know that story's true? If it doesn't happen to you, don't go in with those preconceived notions about what's going to happen over here. Come over here and make your own story. He says, I agree, but sometimes they start expecting it. And if you don't give, they will get mad at you. Well, that hasn't been my experience. It just hasn't been my experience. Now, okay, he said, feel help won't pay. Yeah, see, this is what I tell guys all the time. I say, look, if you're going to trick off all that money with the young lady, buy her a feel help plan. If nothing else, do that. Okay, that's going to be the one I pay for Marilyn is 3,600 pesos a year. That's for Marilyn and the 3 kids. If you're going to spend money over here, if you're going to trick off money, do it like that. We don't even come over here and think like that. You are going to be responsible for her hospitalization if something happens to her and you over here. You can get on the plane and fly back home like a coward, but if that woman's your living partner, if you get married to her, if you have a baby by her, something like that, you're responsible. Okay, just always remember that. So protect yourself. You don't have, what's that? That's not even, what's that, about $60 a year right now? If you can't pay that, then, you know, you deserve what you got coming. Well, see, I'm sorry, Chris Blunt, man. You're in a delusion, man. I'm going to have to quit answering your questions because you're thinking hypothetically. Okay. But see, the problem is you have to. No, I'm not the exception. I'm not the exception. That's bull. That's bull. I've been around here too long. I've been dealing with too many foreigners and their girlfriends. I'm not the exception. I'm the rule over here. If you start dealing with a woman and her family starts asking you for money, you better get out of there. That's a red flag. Okay? Foolishness. Said once you start giving, they will never stop asking. Yeah. Hey, King Gardner, thanks for the super chat. He said, guys, if you're struggling with finances, get a part-time job giving Big Shirley massages. Yes, there's a lot of stuff you can do. I'm not going to do that. But I would do it before I starve. But I'm not the exception. See, this guy right here, I don't even know if he's real. He says he likes big women and everything like that. He must be over there in America because he's not over here. Speak from your own experiences. I'm not the exception when it comes to that. It's like feeding a stray cat. It's not true. You know, I don't even know if you guys are real or not. I'm just carrying on a conversation with you. You know, most of the time you'll know the shenanigans they play when you're dealing with them online. If the grandmother's sick all the time, the mother's sick, somebody's sick. You know, the leak, the house, the roof is leaking. If she does all of that before you ever even meet her, man, come on. He said, let her walk with you. Absolutely not. Tyan, first of all, somebody has to. I don't believe she'll make it. First of all, okay. Second of all, she's going to be with me. She's only going to be 10 kilometers ahead of me. So when I need something, you know, I'm not going to put that on Maryland, man. That's not an easy thing to do. You guys try to do it. Y'all think it's so easy. It's not easy. Somebody's going to have to be. I'm going to need all the help I can get when I stop. And that blood starts, you know, because, you know, all the blood's coming to my legs because I'm walking. If you just stop for 15 minutes, man, your legs feel like concrete. Somebody's got to be there to rub my legs down. To, you know, if I run out of drinks, if, you know, I got more drinks, we can't do that. Maryland can't make that walk. Yeah, you know, if you don't want to do all that stuff, the alternative is the bar girls, okay? Because they've signed up for to be mistreated and all of that, okay? But you have to be careful even with them because the locals look at it as just a job. We look at it like they're beneath us. Yes, it's always going to be dependent on who you're dealing with. That's what I'm saying. If you're dealing with somebody and their family's always asking her to ask you because they know she don't have any money, that's the same as asking you. It's time for you to get out of there, man. Or just say no. Okay, this is a true story. I want y'all, since we're talking about this, because it's not only family, it could be friends. See, with this Sunshine Shoulders thing, people think that they really know me. So yesterday, some woman shows up out of the clear blue sky in a tricycle. Because I'm like, Marilyn, who is that? And she's asking to borrow 4,000 pesos. And she would not leave. You know, and I'm like, what would make you think that I am going to loan you 4,000? I mean, I don't know you. But they'll think they know. I mean, it scared me really because I'm like, wow, she thinks she can do it. Who else thinks that they can do it? But you have to say no. And I said, no, I don't do that. I said, I do the spin wheel, but I don't give people money like that. I don't loan money. And that's all you have to say. Well, they're going to get mad. Okay, they're going to get mad. And then if your girl gets mad, then you push her to the side and say, okay, you know, I ain't come here for that. I help your mother and father every now and then. Hmm. No, that. He says, hey, a good Filipino woman brings value to your life. Absolutely right. That's absolutely right. And you're not going to shy away from helping a good woman's family because y'all got to do it all the time. Why do y'all think that every Filipino's a scammer over here? See, this is the impression y'all got that they're just sitting around ready to prey on you. That's not true, man. These guys is APR 1023, Matthew Dean. They're lying, man. It's not how it is over here. People are working, man. If they're not working, they're out there hustling. And the ones who aren't, then I don't have any love for them. But they're not just over here waiting for you to get over here and to jump on your back, man. Come on. You can easily get back on the plane like you did to come over here. He said AIDS is real. Yeah, mostly for men. Mostly for men, though. 85% of the new cases are men. But some of these guys over here dealing with gays is a hustle for them. They're normal, they're heterosexuals, but they're using the gays for the money. So then they go back and give it to their wife. They break up and she gets on the dating site and contacts you. But if I say, hey guys, you may want to take her to the doctor when you first meet her. How many people did that? If I asked 100 people, did you take your girlfriend to the doctor before you jumped into bed with her? 99 will say no. There's only one guy I know, and he's a weirdo. Okay? He spends thousands of dollars sending Filipinos to the doctor that he never even meets. He just sends them just in case he goes there, right? And he does it to Filipinos all over the world, wherever and this guy's a sex pet. I had to block him from my channel. Okay, he's one of y'all favorite channels. He was. That's why when I see these YouTubers, a lot of these women that are so phony. He came over here to see her. He sent her ass to the doctor. Okay, and everything. Showed me her results and all that stuff, right? He's the only one that does that. Nobody else does it. Making them rich. Yeah, how you gonna make them rich off of what? What's it cost? $5 to send them to the doctor? $6? Making them rich. Hey, Joseph Relifer says, I think my girlfriend helped me find my apartment. She said, thank me for looking out for her. Her mother and stepfather both work. Yeah, it's a give and give type of thing, man. We expect to come over here and these women just give us their whole lives for nothing. We don't have to do nothing. Just come over here because, you're a 65-year-old man who nobody wants you over there in your country. Okay, they're going to give you the chance. They say, okay, because of the circumstances, come on over here. And then we're going to take that for granted. And then we're going to take advantage of them for that. Man, you guys forget real quick, don't you? He says, guilty of charge. Where'd she go for that? She ain't got a choice, man. But you guys, you're not going to do it. Rod said if you support your wife's father, you actually hire him because he would do work around the house in exchange for providing room and board. Well, it just depends, man. If you live over here in the Philippines and you got a woman, you're with her, you love and care for her, every now and then, you're not even going to know it. They're going to be asking her for help. Okay, because she's not working anymore. You don't let her work. So the money you're giving her, she's going to give to them. Or they may stop in, like Marilyn's family sometimes stops over here. They'll eat or whatever. She's got an uncle that comes over here. Every month we give him like 200 pesos for his medicine. 200 pesos. Do you think I'm going to tell Marilyn, no, don't do that. Don't give him that 200 pesos for, but that's all he asked us for. Oh, he said, yeah, I don't live in the Philippines. We live in America. Okay. Well, your wife is working over there. She's got a good job. She's sending money back here. She's helping her family, whether you know it or not. Hey, what's up, Steve?
See you.
Oh, you getting out of here?
Yeah, we're leaving out.
How's her father?
We'll catch you on the road, brother.
Yeah, You're gonna meet me where?
We're on the last
The
leg.
last leg.
The last leg.
Okay.
We'll
From
find you and we're gonna support you.
okay, brother.
Stay strong.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Steve from California. He had to come over and get some paperwork from Maryland. See, he didn't say, Cal, let me walk all the way with you. He said, look, I'm gonna walk that last leg with you to give you some support, to give you some encouragement, to make that last 20 kilometers or whatever it is. And he's in good enough shape to do it. He said, John Cooper picks it. Desperate, ignorant guys show up there because they getting attention from a lady and get taken for money. It's on the guy. Don't blame the Filipina. That can happen here in the West too. Yeah, all I'm saying is I'll never blame the woman. That's what we always want to do. That's why I asked you, what do you want over here? What are you doing over here then? For her to even scam you. What are you doing over here? We always put it on the Filipina. We never look at ourselves in the mirror. I'm saying that guys come over here. They don't get any attention at home. It's crickets. People have basically said, here, go in the damn old folks' home and stay there. We don't want to be bothered with you. He finds out, hey, that there's young, attractive women over here in the Philippines who may be interested in letting him out of the damn old folks' home and actually, stroking his ego and a few other things. And then he comes over here and wants to act like a boss. Don't want to help nobody. Forgets where he comes from. They're going to give him his old man wake-up call. That's all I'm saying. Don't forget where you came from. You can't get the same treatment here that you can. You can't get the same treatment at home that you can here, or you wouldn't be here. Yeah, he says less than $4. Yeah, now, yeah, a whole lot less. But that's once a month. He'll show up on his bicycle right out there. Okay? That's the only time. Any other time, the woman knows that she don't have to ask you for money. You're going to give it to her. You're trying to prove your worth to her. Okay? You're going to validate it. That's these guys spending millions over here for these houses and cars and stuff like that, motorcycles and stuff like that. Did the woman ask them? Never asked them. But then you're going to try to blame it on the Philippines. That's foolishness, man. You're lying. They don't even have to ask you for money. You give it to them automatically. And all you guys over there in America and England and France and all that talking about what you won't do, wait till you get over here. It's easy to say what you're not going to do over there. Meet the right woman or the wrong woman. She'll take every damn thing you got. No, you're going to give her every damn thing you got. Y'all talking hype. That's why I don't talk hypothetically. Because when's the last time you've been with a fine-ass 22-year-old? Not a scratch on her. Okay? Hair flowing. Perfect skin. Okay? And then says those magic words. You can do whatever you want to do to me. You're going to lose your damn mind. It's easy to say that over there. Hair smelling like cream silk. Get out of here, guys. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me what you ain't going to do. I know what you're going to do. They all say that till they get over here. DJ Lord Buck says, I'm an investor sitting at home in front of a laptop. I also work for Uber Eats delivering food, and that's a hell of an exercise when the customer lives in an apartment on the 4th floor. No, I'm not. I'm describing what's going to happen when you get over here. Y'all talk about what you're not going to do over there. You internet tough guys. You're going to be putty in these women's hands over here. Yeah. See? But they'll say, oh, I'm not going to take care of nobody's family. I'm not going to give her nothing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Till she meets your behind at the airport. Then you're going to hand it all over. These women aren't asking us for money, guys. We're giving it to them. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Okay? The women never have to ask me for nothing because I'm over here. We want to be the big shot. We're showing out. Nobody's listening to you at home, so she's listening to you now. And nobody believes you there or anything like that. So you get an audience over here and you spill it all, man. You ban big fancy bottles of liquor and the woman never don't even drink and you ban all that fancy stuff. Taking her to places she can't even read the menu. This is what we do. Okay. Over and over and over and over. And it's going to continue to happen over and over and over, no matter what you tough guys say over that. Yeah, he said, hell yeah, I lost my man. Skeeted in them silky box, then boom, there came a black Alpina. Yeah, they always say what they ain't going to do Alpina over here. He said, Brother Sunshine, let's get that walk in together, celebrate BBW. Now, you can do that on your own because I'm not celebrating all of that. Yeah, I know. But these guys, they don't know. They've never experienced it yet. So the guy like, what's his name, Chris Flint on here, he's saying what he won't do. Man, listen, when my son's mother met me at the airport, she had two friends with, I thought I was dreaming. When that 22-year-old girl that was supposed to have been 22 turned out to be 18, had them two ponytails hanging down to the side, some tight, skinny jeans on, man. Just looked like something that stepped out of my damn dreams, sitting out there, standing out there, outside the airport terminal. I was scared to go out the doors. I couldn't believe it. And then something just told me, fool, you done flew all the way over here. I walked out, man. That was the best 6 months I ever had. Oh, no. Don't tell me what, because y'all never experienced it before. Lion Franklin said, say it again, Cal, when they see that long flowing hair, do to me what you want. Yeah, they're not going to believe it. He said the silky box. It's true. Man, look. And I've been to Brazil. I've been to Colombia. Okay. But these were older women I was dealing with over there. It's only when I got here dealing with 24, 21, 18, man, did I see beauty that I never seen before. And I'm not some creep, okay? I'm just telling you what it is. It is real, and you better respect it. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to get off here Sunday. Y'all know I go to the grocery store on Sunday. But don't say what you're not going to do over here. Wait till you get over here. And then remember, take what I say with a grain of salt and all these other vloggers and any horror stories you hear. Come over here and make your own story. Create your own memories, man, because there's some intangibles over here in the Philippines that nobody can really give you online. You got to come over and see it. But to keep on blaming the Philippines and saying it's not this and saying it's not that, that's foolishness. You play a part of that when you come over here. Whether your time here is going to be good or bad, it's up to you. Everything you're looking for is here in the Philippines. Okay, it's up to you to find it, but you're lazy. So take care, everybody. Thank you for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up. Hey, congratulations, Deion Sanders, man. Let's not let Deion Sanders split us up, man. The United States, we're split already, guys. Don't let that split you. I'm not excited about sports. It's not just Deion, it's anybody. LeBron James, Stephon Curry. I don't care about none of that stuff, guys. But it don't mean I'm a hater. I mean, I just don't know those guys enough to really root for them and get behind them like that. I'll root for you, though. And you trying to make ends meet over there. You're trying to move to a new country and get settled in. Those are people I root for. You know, it's hard for me to root for millionaires and stuff like that, man. It's just, but it's nothing for us to argue and fight about. But we'll come up with stuff. We love that. Look at W Secret to Success. He's normally making 4 or 5 comments on my live stream. He's crickets today because he's mad at me because I don't exalt Deion Sanders the way he does. Come on, man. Y'all got to get over that stuff. Take care, everybody.